How do you genuinely sell yourself as a solo consultant? And how do you stay organized? We talked with Reuben Swartz, someone who has lots of experience with both these things. He decided to create a simple CRM to help solo consultants win clients and stay organized without being too salesy.
And I thought if I could come in at the beginning and help these companies align the strategy and the technology and the business processes, we could maybe work less hard but get better results. And that was my thesis. Hi, I'm Reuben Swartz, the founder of Mimiran, the fun anti-CRM for solo consultants who hate selling.
What is Mimiran and what led to its creation?
I was doing consulting, and as a software guy, I was helping these super successful companies improve their sales and marketing. And at the same time, my own sales and marketing efforts were pretty abysmal. And eventually I realized that it wasn't because I didn't know anything about sales and marketing. It was because I was trying to do too much what my clients were doing. It's like, well, they're the most successful companies in the world, so obviously I should be imitating them, right? Wrong. So if you're starting out, your needs are very, very different from giant companies' needs. So it's a lot harder to know what the heck's going on when it's just you. When you are an entrepreneur, and I specifically target independent solo people, sometimes they have like a VA or a partner or something like that, but they don't have a sales team. They are the delivery person, they are the VP of marketing, the VP of sales, and the sales rep. And they're doing this all along with God knows how many other things in their quote unquote spare time because they really don't like sales and marketing to begin with. So we need something that, one, does as much work for you as possible, and two, makes it as fun and easy as possible to do the stuff that you really need to do. And that's what I mean by an anti-CRM, because it's not there to punish you or corral you. It's there to enable you and guide you and actually get some stuff done for you. Because if you're doing it right, this took me forever to realize, if you're doing it right, sales and marketing should feel fun.
What would you tell entrepreneurs who are struggling with hustle culture?
I think there's a lot of cultural weight from Silicon Valley and the Facebooks and the Teslas and the Googles and all that says, hey, we got to become a unicorn and a decacorn and a whatever corn. And there's nothing wrong with those types of businesses, but I feel like we overweight in the general zeitgeist those types of companies compared to the far more numerous companies that probably actually employ more people and probably have more revenue overall, but they're much smaller, quote unquote, lifestyle businesses. And I think the other thing that's hard is we have kind of worked ourselves into a frenzy as a society that chasing the next dollar is somehow going to fulfill us. And, once we hit the $1 billion run rate, or once we get the Porsche or the whatever, then life is going to be good. And everyone's in this crazy rat race and people are unhappy. And not just because COVID was insane and we were all isolated from each other. I just mean in general, I think we've lost sight of what success means. It's like, if we're not the next Zuckerberg or Elon Musk or something, then we must not be living life right. I think we should have what we're doing for work for us instead of vice versa. You've got to keep doing this. You got to stand behind what you do. You got to believe in it. You got to be authentic. You got to be true to yourself. And so much of what I did was it wasn't just learning new skills. And don't get me wrong, I think sales and marketing, there are fields that require a lot of skills and you can always be learning and getting better. But where people go wrong is not that they don't have enough skills. It's that they accidentally pick up a bunch of BS and start layering BS on top of what they actually know and what's actually true.
Okay, so what's the first step?
Find a niche, find a micro niche, and go be the 800-pound gorilla in that micro niche. Don't go compete with everybody in the big market. Define your market. You, as an entrepreneur, you get to define your market. So define it so that you are the person in it. You can always expand it later. You can always say, hey, I picked the wrong niche and shift, but pick one and go deep into it and go solve those problems. And that will make everything easier, right? It makes word of mouth easier. It makes referrals easier. It makes your marketing easier. It makes your product easier to build and so on.